Here they come. And they're off and trotting. Horns Jail away quickly for the lead. He's joined by Sunrise Diamonds, and on the inside, it's Double Stitch. Now it's Horns Jail, your leader into the first turn, 3 parts of a length. Sunrise Diamonds racing in second. Double Stitch came away third. Will Flint is parked on the outside fourth. Brooks Delight is racing in fifth. Spike Magoo sixth. In seventh, Rude River, and at the end early on, Prairie Wind. They race for the opening quarter. Your leader is Horns Jail by 2 1/4. Sunrise Diamonds right there in second. Opening quarter 29 3. It's Horns Jail, your leader by 2. Sunrise Diamonds racing in second. Will Flynn. Park from the word go is now moving up third. Double Stitch alongside fourth. Rude River is moving up with cover on the outside, racing in fifth. Brooks Delight. She shuffled in sixth. Then Spike Magoo, and at the end, Prairie Wind. They race for the half. Your leader, Horns Jail, on a comfortable 2-length lead. Sunrise Diamonds getting the trip in second. Will Flynn will need a big effort third. On the inside, Double Stitch racing in fourth. Rude River in fifth. Prairie Wind is on the move. They go by the half, 1:03. Your leader, Horns Jail, now a length and a half. Sunrise Diamonds racing in second. Double Snitch will sneak through third. Will Flynn drops back fourth. Rude River is 3 wide. On the inside, Brooks Delight. They race down the backstretch for the final time. Horns Jail leads by 2 1/4. Sunrise Diamonds racing in second. Here comes Rude River. He's on the move, driving third, now second, 3/4, 131 1. But Horns Jail now opens up the lead by 3. Sunrise Diamonds tries to cut that gap second. Rude River trots in third. Double Stitch needs racing room. Brooks Delight is racing in fifth. Final eighth of a mile. Horns Jail leads by 2. Sunrise Diamonds racing second. Rude River on the outside third. Around the turn, they're in the stretch. Horns Jail is under a drive. They're in deep stretch. It's Horns Jail, your leader length. Here comes Rude River. Horns Jail digs in and wins it. Very close for second between Sunrise Diamond and Rude River. About a 1/16 of a mile away before the start. Here they come. They're off. It's Diamond Lee W out quickly for the lead. Mr. Cub in between horses, and on the inside, He Loves Gold. It's Mr. Cub, your leader into the first turn, a length and a quarter. He Loves Gold racing in second. On the outside, here's Tobar. Tobar now up to challenge Mr. Cub for the lead. It's Mr. Cub, your leader, a length. Tobar now challenging on the outside second. He Loves Gold racing in third. Coming away fourth, Diamond Lee W. Racing in fifth to the quarter, Diavolo. Say Hey Sundance is sixth. A gap of 2 1/2 to King Scooter, and at the end, Egyptian Embargo. They roll by the opening quarter, 29 2, and now Tobar will get the lead. Tobar in control by 2 1/4. Mr. Cub racing in second. In third, He Loves Gold. On the move, Say Hey Sundance. Now moving up forward, now moving up to third. Diamond Lee W to the inside of him. Egyptian Embargo is on the move. Diavolo is shuffled back, and King Scooter is on the move. They race for the half. Your leader is Tobar by a length and a quarter. Mr. Cub is right there in second. Say Hey Sundance will face the breeze third. On the inside, He Loves Gold racing in fourth, a half a minute, 2/5. It's Tobar, your leader, a length and a quarter. Mr. Cub is right there in second. Say Hey Sundance is a patient third. He Loves Gold racing on the inside fourth. Egyptian Embargo moves up, and here comes King Scooter now, 3 wide with 3/8 of a mile to pace. On a short lead, it's Tobar in between horses. Say Hey Sundance. King Scooter now moving up with pace. Mr. Cub is right there in third. They're midway down the backstretch. Say Hey Sundance puts a neck in front. Tobar battles back. King Scooter now in the game third, 3/4, 131 4. On the inside, it's Tobar. Here's King Scooter dropping back sharply now is Say Hey Sundance, and along the inside, He Loves Gold now sneaks through. It's Tobar, though, in the final eighth of a mile. He's responded to all pressure. He draws clear by 2. Around the turn, they're in the stretch. Tobar leads a length. He Loves Gold racing second. Say Hey Sundance, another move. King Scooter is coming on. They're down the stretch. It's Tobar on a short lead. Here comes He Loves Gold. He Loves Gold on the inside, Tobar on the outside. Very close for the victory. Tobar or... Here they come. They're off and pacing. It's Kevin's Goal and Kelly Tuck Gregg going out for the lead. TV's Flame came away well. They race into the first turn now. Kevin's Goal, your leader, 3 parts of a length. Kelly Tuck Gregg, the challenger, on the outside second. TV's Flame racing in third. Now a gap to Extra Measure in fourth. 3 lengths back to Tom Tippler. Then Yes Sir, and at the end, Flying Column, 7 pacers. As they curve down to the quarter, your leader, Kevin's Goal, a length and a quarter. On the outside, Kelly Tuck Gregg now will pull back second, 28 seconds flat of the initial quarter. Now Joe Marsh Jr. pulls back, slows down the pace a bit. Kevin's Goal, your leader, a length. TV's Flame is right there in second. Kelly Tuck Gregg secures a spot third. Extra Measure racing in fourth. Tom Tippler is pacing in fifth. Yes Sir, and rough gated at the end. Flying Column. They're racing for the half. Your leader is Kevin's Goal by a length and a half. Extra Measure now will go first over second. TV's Flame racing in third, the half, 59-4. But Kevin's Goal now opens up a 2-length lead. It's Kevin's Goal, your leader by 2. Extra Measure now into second. TV's Flame racing in third. Yes Sir is on the move with cover in fourth. Kelly Tuck Gregg along the inside racing in fifth. Flying Column back on course. He's on the move. And at the end, it's Tom Tippler. They race for the final quarter. Kevin's Goal leads a length and a half. TV's Flame now comes back on the inside. Extra Measure Park third. They race by 3 quarters. 1:29-2. Kevin's Goal on a comfortable length and a quarter lead. TV's Flame now the main threat second. Extra Measure retreats in third. Yes Sir on the inside racing in fourth. Flying Column now moves up 3 off the rail, but he's got a long way to go. Final eighth of a mile. It's Kevin's Goal, your leader by 2. TV's Flame racing second. Off stride. TV's Flame around the turn. They're in the stretch. Kevin's Goal is all by himself. Now Flying Column moves up second. Yes Sir on the inside. Kevin's Goal easily by 4. Flying Column second. Yes Sir third. Here they come. They're off and pacing far outside. Casino Flurry left well in between horses. Rosedale Donna. And now on the inside, Empire's Love sneaks through. It's Empire's Love, your leader into the first turn. 3 parts of a length. Casino Flurry on the outside, racing in second. Along the inside, Rosedale Donna pacing in third. Around the turn now, it's Empire's Love, your leader, a length and a quarter. Rosedale Donna racing in second. Here comes Broadway Dazzler. She's on the move. She's hustled up second. She's now up to challenge Empire's Love for the lead. They roll by the opening quarter now. Broadway Dazzler, your leader, 29-1 the initial quarter. Tony Morgan has Broadway Dazzler on top with little or no problem. She leads a length and a half. Empire's Love will gladly take the trip in second. Rosedale Donna pacing in third. Casino Flurry with a good early spot racing in fourth. Broadway Baby racing in fifth. In sixth, Demi Willoughby. Then a gap to Sunbelle Robbie. And your trailer early on, Evil or Not. They're single file to the half. Broadway Dazzler, the roan filly. She's looking good. She leads a length and a half, 58-1. It's Broadway Dazzler now by 2. Empire's Love racing in second. Rosedale Donna saves ground third. Now Broadway Baby. She's on the move racing in fourth. Shuffle back. Casino Flurry on the move with cover. Demi Willoughby, 3/8 of a mile to pace. Broadway Dazzler leads a length and a quarter. Broadway Baby now up to challenge second. Empire's Love is right there in third. Demi Willoughby on the outside, racing in fourth. Rosedale Donna to the inside of her, now moving up. Sunbelle Robbie, 3/4, 128-3. Your leader is Broadway Dazzler. Around the far turn by a length and a half, Empire's Love is right there in second. Rosedale Donna on the inside, racing in third. Broadway Baby will not get there. Around the turn, they come to the corner now. Broadway Dazzler, she draws out. She strides out by 3 in the stretch. Broadway Dazzler, she's too good once again. Broadway Dazzler will win another here at Maywood Park. Broadway Dazzler by 4. The battle for second between Rosedale Donna and Empire's Love. Fields in the stretch. Here they come. They're off. Broadway Talent is off stride. Never No Sex now, your leader. As they race into the first turn, 3 parts of a length, Rain Dance Misty drives alongside to challenge. Angel Baby came away third. And a gap, 2 All-Class Kid pacing in fourth. Broadway Talent back on his gate. He's racing in fifth. LD's LC racing sixth. Amy to Please in seventh. And reserved early on, Marengo Martha. They roll for the opening quarter, and Never No Sex turns back an early challenge by Rain Dance Misty. She now draws clear by 2 1/4. Opening quarter, 28-4. It's Never No Sex by 2 1/4. Angel Baby racing in second. Rain Dance Misty third. A gap 2. All-Class Kid racing in fourth. Broadway Talent is on the move after the early miscue. Around the turn, they pass by the stands for the first time. Jack Parker Jr. has Never No Sex on top by 2 1/4. Angel Baby racing second. Rain Dance Misty in third. Broadway Talent now a patient first over fourth. Marengo Martha is on the move. Shuffled back All-Class Kid. Amy to Please is third over as they race by the half, and now shuffled to the end. LD's LC 59-3, a lively pace. Never No Sex leads a length. Angel Baby right there second. Broadway Talent now inches a closer third. Rain Dance Misty saves ground fourth. Marengo Martha moves up with striking position and with cover. They curve down the backstretch. The final time, Never No Sex now under urging. Here's Broadway Talent. Broadway Talent now muscles her way into the lead. Marengo Martha moves right with her. Never No Sex is dropping back through the field. Also on the move, Amy to Please. 3/4, 1:30-2. Broadway Talent leads by 2. Marengo Martha racing second. Amy to Please is third. LD's LC now in the game in fourth. Final 1/8 of a mile. Broadway Talent under a drive. Broadway Talent now responds to the gentle urging of driver Dave McGee. They race down the stretch, and Broadway Talent, after the early miscue, comes back and now draws off. Easily the best tonight. Broadway Talent by 3. The battle for second, Amy to Please and LD's LC. Very close for second. Field now picking up speed. Here they come. They're off. Sand and Crystal on the far outside. In between horses, Nobody's Anxious. Kablooey moves right with her. Now it's Kablooey. 3 parts of a length. Nobody's Anxious. 3 off the rails. Sand and Crystal now winging out there. It's Sand and Crystal, your leader. A long neck. Nobody's Anxious moves right with her second. Kablooey will yield in third. On the outside, parked fourth, that's Phyllis Wood. Best of Carson racing in fifth. Ancient Speed in sixth. Tikva racing seventh at the end early on. Jealous Dancer. They race for the quarter. Your leader is Nobody's Anxious. Nobody's Anxious, 29-2. It's Nobody's Anxious, your leader, a length and a quarter. Phyllis Wood now will pressure second. Sand and Crystal had the lead early on. Will take the trip in third. Kablooey pacing in fourth. Tikva is on the move. Best of Carson is on the inside. Jealous Dancer comes on. Shuffle back. Ancient Speed. They pass by the stands, and Nobody's Anxious leads 3 parts of a length. That's Phyllis Wood prompting in second. Sanding Crystal right there in third. On the outside, Tikva moves up fourth, a half 59-4. Nobody's Anxious on the inside. Phyllis Wood. On the outside, these two stride for stride. Sanding Crystal enjoying a very good trip third. Tikva is second over in fourth. On the inside, Kablooey will need Racing Room. Jealous Dancer is on the move. On the inside, Best of Carson. And at the end, Ancient Speed now 4 in and 4 out. It's Nobody's Anxious now, leading 3 parts of a length. Phyllis Wood still in there second. Sanding Crystal right there in third. Moving up 3 wide from far back. Jealous Dancer, 3/4, 130-3. Nobody's Anxious. Well rated by Curran, leads a long neck between horses. Phyllis Wood. Here comes Jealous Dancer. Sanding Crystal on the inside looks for Racing Room. Around the turn, they're in the stretch. Nobody's Anxious draws clear by 2. Here comes Jealous Dancer. Down the stretch they race. It's Nobody's Anxious by 2. Jealous Dancer racing second. A late move by Ancient Speed. Nobody's Anxious in front. Jealous Dancer second, close for third. Here they come. And they're off. It's Samantha Hanover going right to the lead. Texas Girl on the far outside. And along the inside, Soup du Jour Bluegrass. It's Samantha Hanover now, powering into the lead, opening up by 2. Soup du Jour Bluegrass racing second. Texas Girl secures early position now third. Sugar Rev Rack racing in fourth. A length and a quarter, Coco D is pacing fifth. Queen's Arrival came away 6th. Like Gangbusters 7th, and at the end, Susie McDougal. They roll for the opening quarter, Samantha Hanover and Joe Anderson. A length and a quarter, 27-4. Samantha Hanover leads a length. Soup du Jour Bluegrass right there second. Texas Girl with the leaders third. Sugar Rev Rack coming on fourth. Coco D, she's on the move from fifth. Queen's Arrival racing in 6th. And 7th, Like Gangbusters. And still at the end, it's Susie McDougal. Your leader, Samantha Hanover. A length and a quarter, Soup du Jour Bluegrass will get the trip in second. Coco D now. She'll go the difficult trip in third. Texas Girl racing in fourth. Towards the inside, Sugar Rev Rack, Queen's Arrival second over. On the move, Like Gangbusters, and Susie McDougal, 58-2 for the half. Samantha Hanover having her own way. A length and a quarter, Soup du Jour Bluegrass stalks her second. Coco D on the outside now gains a patient third. Texas Girl is right there in fourth. Queen's Arrival in fifth. Sugar Rev Rack, Susie McDougal, and Like Gangbusters. But now Samantha Hanover extends her lead. She leads by 2. Soup du Jour Bluegrass tries to keep up with her second. 3/4, 128-2. Samantha Hanover leads by 2.5. Soup du Jour Bluegrass racing second. Coco D third. Like Gangbusters is 3 off the rail. Texas Girl will need Racing Room. Final eighth of a mile. Samantha Hanover under a snug hold now, under urging. She leads a length and a quarter. Soup du Jour Bluegrass is out for the drive. They're in deep stretch. Samantha Hanover responds to Joe Anderson's urging. Samantha Hanover wins it. 3 parts of a length. Close for second, Soup du Jour Bluegrass or Texas Girl. Here they come. They're off. Zirkle Totten on the inside going away for the lead. Between horses, Vixen Society, Fox Valley Lulu is there. And between horses, Vixen Society, Zirkle Toten on the outside. Now it's Vixen Society, 3 parts of a length. Zirkle Toten on the outside second. Fox Valley Lulu came away third. Margie Roberts secures an early spot in fourth. Comely Love is racing in fifth, 2 lengths back. Surefoot Christie racing in sixth. Highland Park Ford is seventh. And at the end, Charlene E. Your leader by the quarter is Vixen Society, a length and a quarter, 28-4. A Vixen Society leads a length and a half. Zirkle Toten tucks in second. Fox Valley Lulu with the leaders third. Margie Roberts is racing in fourth. Comely Love now to the outside, racing in fifth. Highland Park Ford is on the move. Surefoot Christie, and at the end, but on the move, Charlene E. Your leader now, Vixen Society, opens up a 3-length lead. It's Vixen Society by the stands and under the finish wire for the first time by 2 1/4. Zirkle Toten getting the trip in second. On the inside, Fox Valley Lulu saves ground third. Comely Love will have to go a difficult trip in fourth, 59-1. Vixen Society leads a length and a half. Zirkle Toten right there in second. Comely Love now a patient third. Fox Valley Lulu on the inside. Highland Park Ford is second over with cover, and she has pace. Also on the move, Charlene E. Shuffle back Margie Roberts, and still at the end, it's Surefoot Christie. 4 in, 4 out. They race for the final quarter. Vixen Society leads a long neck. Comely Love now will prompt the pace in second. 3/4, 130 flat. On the inside, it's Vixen Society. On the outside, Comely Love, Highland Park Ford is within range in third. On the inside, Zirkle Toten will need racing room. Also on the move now from far back, Surefoot Christie. Final eighth of a mile, Vixen Society nursing a short lead. On the outside, Comely Love going a big effort. They race down the stretch. Now it's Comely Love in the middle of the track, taking the lead. Vixen Society battles back. Highland Park Ford on the far outside. On the inside, Zirkle Toten very close for the win between Comely Love, Zirkle Toten. Here they come. They're off. On the inside, it's Loud Fella. Between horses, Sky Colors. And here's No Can Lose. Now No Can Lose. In between horses leads 3 parts of a length. Loud Fella holds the inside, racing second. Silver Shadow looks to drop in third. Now he'll take back and drop in fourth. Coming away third is Sky Colors. Silver Shadow racing in fourth. Rootin' Tootin' Two-Step is fifth to the quarter. Corey Scooter racing in sixth. Black and Spicy in Star Vanzio. They race by the opening quarter, 28-2. Your leader is No Can Lose, a tight length. Loud Fella right there second. Sky Colors with the leaders third. Here comes Rootin' Tootin' Two-Step. He's first over now, fourth. Shuffle back Silver Shadow. Corey Scooter is on the move second over with cover. He'll follow the cover of Rootin' Tootin' Two-Step. Black and Spicy in Star Vanzio. The second tier now takes formation, and Rootin' Tootin' Two-Step now quickly up to challenge and take the lead at Rootin' Tootin' Two-Step by the half, 58-3. Rootin' Tootin' Two-Step leads by 2. No Can Lose second. Corey Scooter now up alongside to challenge in third. Loud Fella moves to the outside nicely in fourth. Along the inside, Sky Colors saves ground in fifth. Black and Spicy. On the inside, it's Silver Shadow, and at the end, Star Vanzio. They start to bunch up. It's Rootin' Tootin' Two-Step now opening up a 3-length lead. On the inside, No Can Lose is rough-gated and off-stride. Corey Scooter now second. Loud Fella moves into third. Sky Colors will need racing room. 3/4, 128-2. It's Rootin' Tootin' Two-Step on top, a tight length. Corey Scooter racing in second. Here comes Star Vanzio. Between horses, Loud Fella will have to do more. Final eighth of a mile, Rootin' Tootin' Two-Step leads by 2. Star Vanzio is charging. Corey Scooter on the inside. They're in the stretch. Rootin' Tootin' Two-Step is under a drive. Here comes Star Vanzio. A 16th the pace, and Rootin' Tootin' Two-Step will win it a length. Star Vanzio second, very close for third between Corey Scooter and Sky Colors. Here they come. They're off and pacing. It's Hot Saki away quickly for the lead. On the inside, D Flying Smart also leaving for early position. Twin Explosion. It's Hot Saki, your leader, 3 parts of a length. Twin Explosion will now challenge second. D Flying Smart came away third. A length and a quarter count Gold pacing in fourth. In fifth, around the turn. Branch Fair C, they straighten for the quarter, your leader. On top is Hot Saki by a length and a half. Twin Explosion racing in second. D Flying Smart pacing in third. The opening quarter, 28-3. It's Hot Saki now by 2. Twin Explosion racing in second. 3 lengths back. D Flying Smart racing with third. Count Gold is racing in fourth. Skillix is on the move, first over fifth. Branch Fair C is shuffled back sixth. Joe Papa is on the move in seventh. Shuffled back, it's Flawless Robbie. Your leader, Hot Saki, has yet to be tested on the front end. Hot Saki leads by 2 1/4. Twin Explosion is right there second. Count Gold now moves up in third. D Flying Smart saves ground fourth. Skillix under urging on the outside, racing in fifth. The half a swift 58-4. Hot Saki leads a tight length. Count Gold now will prompt the pace in second. Twin Explosion sits a pace in third. On the outside, D Flying Smart moves up with cover. Also on the move from far back, Joe Papa. On the inside, Branch Fair C. They race for the final quarter. In between horses, Count Gold puts ahead in front. Hot Saki racing in second. 3 off the rail, D Flying Smart. Joe Papa is coming on with a ton of pace. 3/4, 129-2. Off stride around that turn was D Flying Smart. Now it's Count Gold, your leader, in the final eighth of a mile. Count Gold leads a length. Here comes Joe Papa. On the inside, Hot Saki is under urging. They come to the corner. And on the inside, it's Count Gold on a short lead. But here's Joe Papa. Now it's Joe Papa on the outside. Count Gold not finished. Fights back. It's Joe Papa now drawing off at the wire to win it. Count Gold second. Skillix up for third.